The secret of the lighthouse. After the storm had passed and the sky cleared, the lighthouse once again began to shine. This lighthouse stood on a deserted island where only the keeper lived. For many years, no new keeper had come here. But now the government had sent a young man named Fahad for the job. Fahad was not afraid of isolated places. He was an adventurous person who loved exploring new locations. When he arrived at the lighthouse, he found it to be quite old, with damp stains on the walls and an overwhelming silence everywhere. Everything seemed fine, yet as soon as he stepped inside, he felt an eerie sensation. Someone was watching him. The first night passed without incident, but the second night was different. Around midnight, Fahad heard a knock on the door. He was startled. Who could be on this island? He opened the door, but there was no one outside. When he turned around, he saw a shadow moving up the staircase. "Who's there?" Fahad called out. There was no response. He quickly grabbed a lantern and began climbing the stairs. As soon as he reached the top, the lighthouse's light suddenly went out, plunging the place into darkness. A cold gust of wind blew past him, and he felt as if someone was standing right behind him. Suddenly, the light flickered back on. There was no one there. Confused, Fahad returned to his room, but he couldn't sleep. At sunrise, he searched every corner of the lighthouse, but found nothing unusual. Night fell once again, and the knocking returned. This time, instead of opening the door, Fahad peeked out from the window. He saw nothing, but when he turned back, he found an old, dusty register placed on his table. Where had it come from? Curious, he opened it and realized it was the diary of the previous keeper. "I am not alone here. Someone is watching me, and whenever I try to see them, they disappear." Reading this, chills ran down Fahad's spine. He flipped through the pages until he reached the final, most disturbing entry. "I have discovered the truth. I know who it is, though I won't survive much longer. If anyone is reading this diary, leave this place immediately, because he is waiting for every new arrival." Suddenly, the door slammed shut with a loud bang. Fahad's breath caught in his throat. He sensed another presence in the room. Slowly, he turned his head and what he saw made his blood run cold. Near the window stood a man wearing an old, soaked coat. His eyes were hollow and lifeless, as if there was no soul inside. "You have read it," the figure whispered in a chilling, eerie voice. Fahad's heart pounded wildly. He wanted to move back, but his legs felt frozen in place. Suddenly, the shadow lunged toward him, and the light went out again. The next morning, when fishermen approached the island, they noticed that the lighthouse's light was off. Upon entering, they found no sign of Fahad, only the open register on the table, with the last page containing a trembling, handwritten message. "He is waiting for every new arrival."